exterior renovation, you may ask? Well, it is the repair or remodeling of anything on the outside of your home. Hallelujah Restoration has been in business for over a decade, and we have a perfect customer satisfaction rating that we are very proud of. If there is an exterior project that we do not personally specialize in, we have an array of partners and vendors that we work very closely with on a daily basis to ensure that every project gets top-notch quality work. So before I turn it over to my lovely husband, Mark Tag, to tell you more about the specifics of our business,
So Christina briefly told you about what is Hallelujah Restoration, what is a custom exterior renovation. I'm going to tell you a little bit about why, or not why, but actually how we came to this point, how is Hallelujah Restoration to this point, and who is Hallelujah Restoration. Because one thing about us is we understand that success is bred from within, right? So your success is really based off of your team. That's something that we understand, and something that we're really proud of as our team. So Christina has prepared a little thing she does occasionally on Monday, where she actually talks briefly about our crew. So we got a crew leader here that runs one of our fence crews. He's amazing. We call him the Golden Boy. Tony is our coordinator. So if you're going to deal with Hallelujah Restoration, you're going to get a call from Tony, because she's the one who coordinates everything. And then you have Miss Becca down here, who is our operations manager, and she likes to joke and say she really runs the company. And she does in a lot of ways. She does a lot. Here's our estimator, Josh Hill. He's probably the most influential person. I actually put him on that fish, by the way. And then you got Stacy here. He's like the backbone. Him and Josh Hembone. We call him Hembone. These guys are like gritty, and they are really tough. Been with me for like 5 years. And then, of course, she's not on here, but my favorite employee is my wife, and Christina. She's our office manager. What she basically does for the company, like in short, is basically she's my partner. So she's the firewoman. She is the big administrative type office role. She fills that role for us, and she's been around from the beginning. And when I talk about the beginning of the company, you know, what is Hallelujah Restoration? Where did it come from? Basically, it was an idea. And it's come to me at a very young age, and it's something that Christina supported. And basically, in 2005, in June of 2005 or 2006, Hallelujah Restoration was born. Okay. In December of 2005, my daughter Kaya Pat was born. Right. So here I am. I am about 17 years old, and I'm blessed to become a father. And shortly after that, I realized, like, I'm going to have to do something. You know, I done dropped out of school to support my family, and I have no education, and I've got a daughter now, and things are getting real. So, luckily I was around some friends and family, and they pretty much told me, look, Mark, you got a little bit of skill and a big mouth. So you need to get out there and sell yourself and start your own company. And of course, I was timid at first, like, oh my gosh, I'm 17 years old, but the industry was really great, and I was able to work hard and put together the company that is here now. So when I say work hard, like we are the epitome of hard work. I mean, we work hard. Like, if we didn't have work, we'd print out flyers and like go to Walmart and put them in people's, you know, windshield. We'd go door to door and try to sell home renovations to people. And I remember one of our first jobs that we did, it was like a $400 painting job. And we had to paint this inside the stairwell at this foyer. And, you know, they was going to pay us $400. It was back then, and I'm like, baby, we're going to go to Longhorn. Like, this is a real deal. We eating good tonight. Little did I know, it took me, I had to purchase a $300 ladder to get up here and do this job. And that was really the story of the company for the first 3 or 4 years we were in business. Like, we didn't make any money because we had to purchase the materials that was necessary to do the job and the tools. And we really honestly didn't even have the know-how. So we wasn't fast enough to be real productive at it, but we worked hard and we stuck with it. And in about 2009, I believe, 2009, we got our first big contract with a major retailer. So we were out, well, before that, actually, y'all remember what happened in 2008? What happened in 2008? Chris Trisha had a recession. So, oh yeah, by the way, Melissa, turn your little timer off, okay? You're not going to cram over a decade of excellence in 10 minutes. I'm saying 10 minutes. All right, so 2008, we had a recession, and luckily, we were so small that we weren't affected by it. We were like 2 guys in a truck, right? So these larger companies with these overheads, a lot like we are now, they were affected. They went out of business, but we just kept plugging away. Like we were just out there making a name for ourselves, trying to put a stronghold on the industry, and people were intrigued. Like, who's this young guy running around, busting his butt all day? And we was able to capture a major retail contract with Lowe's. So we were doing all the exterior home renovations for like the 8 Lowe's from like Beaufort to Brunswick. And then was able to capture some more contracts for like companies named Nexon Building Products. We started doing their work and stuff like that. So at that point, we started focusing on exterior home renovations. Before that, we'd do anything. I mean, we'd fix your sink. I'd come out there and trim your dog if you needed me to. I didn't care. I mean, I was about making money. But we decided right around 2010 we were going to do exterior home renovations. So we started doing windows and doors and siding and fencing and decking, stuff like that. So that pretty much got us to where we are today. So we're basically based off of Highway 80 in Bloomingdale. And we have a warehouse, we have a showroom, we have an office staff, and we have a really large yard where we park all our trucks and all our stuff. So we're able to like store inventory and of course, have warehouse space. And we run about 4 crews a day, and we have about 20 total employees. And yeah, we got these little boxes prepared for y'all. Nobody's looking in them. All right, did y'all look? All right, good. So check them out. That's some of our common building supplies. So that's kind of got us to the point we are today. So one thing that we do really well is fencing. That's one of our major, that's about 40% of our company. And they say, well, you do it really well. What does that mean? So if somebody was going to ask me, Mark, tell me about your fence company, how do y'all rank? I would say, well, we simply rank as the best fence company in the entire galaxy, in the entire world, ever been created. We run that game. And for a few reasons. For one, I reinvented the entire game and just made it, I'm on a different playing field than everybody else. And I said, well, how do you do this? Well, for one, if you were to go check our reviews, like you're seeing talk about our perfect reviews, we have over 75 perfect reviews, like 5 stars. I mean, no offense to anybody. Has anybody else got 75 5-star reviews? So, here we are. I mean, we do great work, right? So, over 75 5-star reviews, that's for one. For number 2, it's called experience, right? Last year, 2018, we built over 500 fences that totaled over 50,000 linear foot of fencing last year. Put that in perspective. If you were to walk out this door today and you were to set a post at the stairs, you could build a fence all the way down Ford Parkway, get on I-95, and build a fence all the way down 95 to 204, get off on 204, and go like to Hardee's or something, get you a biscuit and say, I built enough for a year. That's how many linear foot of fence we built last year. Okay? So that's why we're the best. That's because we have the experience. We have the knowledge to get in and be creative and tell our customers, here's the expectation we're going to set, because we've done it so much. We go back to the knowledge and experience, and that's why we're the best fencing company in the galaxy. We also do windows. So windows and doors, we run the same amount of crews. We have 2 crews that run the window and door side of our business, and they're really great. They did over 2,000 windows last year we installed. So that's a lot of windows to put in 1 year. Could you imagine how many windows we put in the last decade? Right, so experience, that's why we're so much better than everybody else, because we understand, what it's going to take to install a window properly and seal it in vinyl siding and stucco and brick, and maybe you're on the coast and you have different applications for design pressure rating and solar heat gain coefficients. If we understand those things, and we offer that to our customers. We also install decks and back porches. So one thing that we do differently about decks and back porches is kind of a funner project, but we offer the creative design process for pretty much nothing. So you don't have to hire a designer, you don't have to hire a general contractor, because we and so experienced. You know, when Melissa said, what else have you done? I started this company at 17 years old. That's all I've ever known. I live, breathe, and sleep home renovations. It's kind of sad, but it is what I do. So we offer that part. You know, you go out in your backyard right now, there's nothing there, right? We can help you say, this is what it's going to look like. Here's the products that you should use, and we understand your budget, and we can work within that budget. So we do we do decking and back porches really well. We also do a whole lot of variety of other home renovations. If you're thinking exterior home renovations, you should be thinking Halleluyah Restoration, because we can definitely take care of those for you. So we're a great company to work with, right? 2 minutes. We're a great company to work with, right? We're fully staffed. We're locally operated and owned. So y'all know that we're always striving to provide our customers with a type of experience. Now when we're done, brings one phrase to the tip of your tongue. Hallelujah. But one thing I'll tell you about the company so we basically have talked about, Christina told y'all what is Hallelujah. I've told you how we got here and who we are. I'll tell you the why. Because if you don't have a why in your company story, you don't really have a story. So I'll tell you the why. Back in 2014, we did our grand opening up there at our shop. And we started our reclaimed side of our business, right? So what does that mean? So let's say we go on a $3 million house on Hilton Head Island, and we tear out this nice front door, right? And we bring it back to Faultville, right? And somebody in Faultville, somebody in Effingham County is like, that's a $10,000 door. They didn't want it, but I want it. So we reclaim it. So we have a few options. We tear it out of fence that's in good shape. We throw it in a dumpster. Or we reclaim it. We put it out for sale. We take that money that we raise from our reclaim business and we donate that to local charity events, right? So one thing that we've done starting back in 2015 is we take that reclaimed money and we give back to local youth sports organizations, right? Because I grew up playing youth sports. I think youth sports teaches our children teamwork and how to get up when you get knocked down. And I believe in that. Something I think is strong. I think the youth needs that. So we started doing that. And more specifically, the first weekend of March, we're going to do a 2019 blowout sale. We're going to blow out all the windows that we ordered wrong last year, and all the doors that we reclaimed, and all this fencing and siding. I got all these really cool things we're going to sell. We're going to take the proceeds, and we're going to donate them to the Lansing Foundation, which is a company that uses their stronghold on the exterior home renovation industry. They're basically one of my vendors, to help people in need, like mostly kids in need. So let's say there's a lot of kids in Bullitt County that, believe it or not, were homeless, and they built the cabins and put the siding on them. Had a girl who really wasn't allowed to be exposed to certain elements outside, and they built her a nice sunroom and stuff like that. So I like that because it's kind of industry related. And one thing that you should know, and one thing that you should practice, is you should always give back to the community that gives to you. All right, that's one of the things we do at Halleluyah Restoration. So I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for having us today. We love being part of this networking group. We're really excited for what we're going to do in 2019. And y'all got any questions? Ask Christina.
Give Mark and Christina a huge